My darlings, and welcome to another Bedroom Guru with me, Nicky Alan. How you all doing? It's time for you to pick 1, 2, or 3 for the tarot cards.
Turn the spotlight on our studio audience as we hand over to our psychic medium, Nicky Alan.
Well, they're not quite tarot. I'm going to be starting with energy oracle. So, do you want number 1? Numero uno. Number 2. Numero dos. Don't ask me why I'm speaking Spanish. Or number 3. Which one are you attracted to? Remember, these are timeless readings. So if you find this reading in a year's time, it doesn't matter. Your soul has called for you to read it and listen to it and do everything else with it. And remember, this doesn't make sense to everybody, but we have quite a good number of you that say, wow, that's totally spot on. So what we're going to be doing, my darlings, let's have a little look for number 1s. Okay, that took a bit of time to actually get out. So you might see a little jump in the video. Okay, number 1s. At the moment, you have got something on your mind that you want to create to just give you the happy ever after. Whether this is a work situation or it's a personal project, whether it's family, whether it's moving, whatever it is, there's something that you are trying to get done. You're trying to get something achieved. The reason why I say trying is because there are things that just keep going wrong with this situation, okay? There is basically an energy that keeps thwarting what you want to be doing. So you know, if this project doesn't have legs, or you keep hitting brick walls, or you're trying to achieve something and it just doesn't work, the first thing I want to say to you is, which I'm going to say anyway because it's added with the cards, is you've now got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, okay? And this basically is saying you need to have a look at this and feel whether it's right or wrong. Okay, I will be doing clarifiers with the Rider-Waite just to give you a bigger picture. But at the moment, I feel like you need to really sit back and feel if this is right or wrong. If you know in your gut that this is the right way forward and it just needs a bit more perseverance, then go for it. If you deep inside, though, feel that you're doing it out of ego or you're being stubborn and you know that you're really not going to get anywhere in the end and you're a bit, you know, pussyfooting or thinking in the clouds, then perhaps it's time for you to say no, because there's too much going against what you're trying to aim for, okay? However, there is a positive message here and a cautionary message. The positive message is have patience, okay? So this is like the Temperance card in the tarot. This is basically saying to you, look, this is coming. You've just got to be patient with it. Some of you may have the perfect thing going on, the perfect thing to allude to, perfect thing to aim for, but you're just being impatient because you want it quicker. Don't we all want everything yesterday at the end of the day? Okay, so if you've looked at this and know that this is your destiny, whatever this project is, or whatever you're aiming for, then you really just need to be patient and let it unravel as it could. Divine timing is an absolute bitch, because divine timing decides to do it when the energy spikes are right. Doesn't matter if we're up in the air impatient, or it's like, oh my God, if this doesn't get done in the next 2 days, we're in big trouble. They don't care about that. They look for the energy spikes and then they drop it in just when you need it. Okay, so have patience and have faith in the universe. If you are moving on from a situation because you realise there's too much going on, this could possibly even be a relationship, okay? As we're now coming into a more personal attachment here. This card basically represents you being connected with the past or failing to let go of something that is failing or not doing very well. We've got the hostility card, which is in the middle of all of this, okay? So it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to cut your losses and say, I tried, it didn't work, and now I need to move on. That's what I feel with this card, okay? Because the other thing is as well is that the longer you stay tied up in this situation or something that's come from the past, the longer you are stopping yourself from opening yourself up to other opportunities and new beginnings. Okay, so stop being stubborn with yourself. Have a word with yourself and say, enough's enough. I need to change this, move it on, or no, it's right. I'm gonna dig my teeth in, but not look at what stuff mucked it up in the past. Okay, this is all about setting yourself free and moving forward. Let's get a more clear picture of what's going on. I want to know about, oh, there you go, hostilities, Jesus. So these hostilities, 100% Nine of Swords, right? It's keeping you up at night. You've got racing thoughts. Is this working? Worry, over anxiety. Sometimes you may be creating scenarios that are negative that haven't even happened yet. Okay, you're really getting emotionally involved in this, and it's literally knackering you out. It's draining your energy and making you feel crap, basically. So is it worth it? Let's have a look. Is it worth it for number ones? Is it worth all this worry and heartache? Is it worth it? Okay, this is definitely got another twist to it, which is relationships. Okay, when I said about the attachment card and the all tied up card, I started to feel that we're getting more of a personal connection here as well. So on top of these projects that you want to do, like that's going to make your world, if you like, we're now talking about aspects of relationships. This is a very organic reading, isn't it? Because it's now growing into relationships. So I've asked about, is this worth it? There seems to be tears, racing thoughts and problems over some sort of relationship. Okay, now I feel like this has happened in the past, because you've now got the Ace of Cups, which is about new beginnings, newfound love, new self-belief, new self-love, changing the way that you feel about yourself, changing your way that you adopt yourself towards new relationships, and creating all this abundance and love around you. So if you literally thought that this partner was your world, and yet, you know, you've had the hostilities, or you've talked that 1 minute he's back, 1 minute he's not, and 1 minute she's saying, yes, I want this, and 1 minute she's saying, but you have to behave, and all this old rubbish, and it's keeping you up at night, and you are feeling attached to this situation, not being able to let go, then really you need to start doing it. Okay, so this is about the relationship side of it. Do they have to let go? Are they letting go? Right, okay, you've got the Ten of Wands. Look at it. I don't even have to really just say this card to you. Look at the burden that this person is carrying. Okay, I feel like this could even still relate to a project that you're doing. All right, whatever it is that you are trying to persevere to make fit. And I feel like you're trying to press a round peg into a square hole. Basically, that's such a common old car. Right, so basically what's happening here is it's just nothing but burden connected with this relationship or project. It's not doing you any good. It's not doing you any favours. The reason I believe that you need to move on from this, right, as I say, if your intuition, don't forget, says this is what I'm supposed to be doing, 100% I know this is right, then you crack on with it, okay? This is for the people that are a bit, and getting nothing but hostilities and the sleepless nights, okay? Because on top of this, you've got Earth and you've got Taurus with the Empress, right? The Empress is about new beginnings, fertility, growing new concepts, everything that's feminine about an energy, whether it's male or female, empathy, self-love, realization of what you deserve, growing things. You know, this could even be, because we've got pregnancy that comes up in this, because normally it's fertility of ideas and new concepts, but there could be pregnancy here. You could be like under pressure because you're trying to get pregnant. Okay, and this is literally ruining your life, because when that month comes around, you get that horrible sign that tells you this hasn't worked. Okay, if you've, you know, at the end of the day, there's always that thing that people talk about. Once you let go and just accept that it's not happening yet, then suddenly you get pregnant. Rose quartz helps fertility, so does amber. And so have that on all the time. And that helps promote fertility, okay? Tell yourself that you will be pregnant, not you hope. So if there are people out there that are trying to get pregnant, then you've just got to adopt this, okay? Let this ride over your head when it takes place every month, and continually stay focused on the world, okay? This is not going to help you. This and the burden of trying to get pregnant or have a family is going to bring your energy, your stress levels up, and it's not conducive to having a really lovely birth, okay? Including people having IVF, that sort of thing. Don't make it your life. I know it's really hard, but the more ways you can alleviate stress and bring calm and balance into your life, the more you're going to be able to keep that baby. That's what I feel anyway. So that's for the baby people. The other people in relationships, you've really got to decide if it's worth it or not, okay? And take new steps to go forward and start a new life, okay? Again, the projects. It's all about feeling the situation. Some of you might be in a relationship when you're trying to make it work, but deep down, that little tiny voice is going, really? Really? Do you want this? Okay? And this is talking about apprenticeships, working towards something. So this is the final message, because we've covered a number of categories here. So the people who are on projects, work environments, or trying to get something achieved on a material level to get that world card. Basically, you need to continue working at it. Take yourself out of it and just make sure that you're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. Make sure that your skills are up for it. Make sure that it's all running smoothly. Look for any errors, look for any loopholes that may be stopping this from flowing freely. Okay? You've got to put a bit of work in to get the work out. Any more advice for number ones, please? Take a little sip. Any squeaks, that one? Sound like a guinea pig. Oh, that turned itself over. Where's that gone? Yeah, for those of you that know that this is the right option, that you know you cannot overcome these hostilities, you are now looking. See, what I love about this, did I not have this somewhere else? Oh no, she's not here. I thought I had it. Right, for the Nine of Pentacles, right, this is Earth signs, so it's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Basically, this is talking about abundance. This is talking about you've worked really hard and achieved everything you want materialistically. You've got growth here. You've got the solidarity of the trees, showing that you've grown roots and that you're basically nurturing yourself in this wonderful abundance that you've achieved, okay? It's about investments. It's about dealing with your money properly once you've got it and being completely at one with yourself and really happy that you've made all these pennies. So they're the messages for you to do with projects and money and material matters. And obviously you know about the pregnancy and the relationship. So good luck. It's just a bit of honesty with yourselves, number ones, to see whether something's worth the hard work or not. All right, darlings? So that is your reading. Okay, number twos. You chose Indecision, which in tarot is the Two of Swords. You are blinded by a choice or some sort of decision that you need to make. Okay, number twos, you chose Indecision. You are in a quandary. You don't know which way to go or what choice to make, okay? There is something happening in your life at the moment that you're thinking, I really want to do this, but, okay? And you're really trying to weigh up pros and cons. Now, some of this is out of ego. When I see the envy card connected with decision making, it means that you are either looking at other people and thinking, I want that, I deserve that, which is absolutely fine. But is it doable? Make sure it's practical and doable, okay? There is something that has driven you to go forward, okay? We've got the second chakra, which is orange, the sacral chakra. So this is all about sensuality, passion, what you really want to put your effort and energy into. That's enough. So you really have got a passion for wanting to take yourself forward and make a decision. There is a but though, which we'll work out with the clarifiers with the tarot. Oh, here goes Mia. 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 So there's something that you feel really passionate about, but there's a but. You've still got this indecision, and we need to work out what that is, and we will with the clarifiers and see what was going on. I feel, though, that for some of you, this is not hard to work out, to be fair, is there's financial constraints. So something that you really want to achieve or really want to do, you can't because there's not enough money, okay? You're trying to think of ways of how to create this money. Now, for some reason, whatever this decision is, whether it's, I don't know, an extension on your house or wanting to move or wanting a promotion or change your job or even change your relationship, whatever it is, there's this feeling that you are... It's like a bird caged. I keep feeling that you really want the dream, but you can't have it for some reason. And I don't know if money is really the major issue here, okay? Whatever it is that you keep wanting to have, for some reason is causing like a bit of upset with other people. So perhaps if you're like in a partnership and your partner's like saying, well, you know, what do you want that for? Is it not enough what we've already got? Whatever it is you're striving towards, people are getting a bit... are you ungrateful, or you know, why do you want to do this? You've got to decide whether you want to stand your ground, right, and go for it, or step back. I want to say stand your ground, okay, because you've got the woman holding the heart. Now sometimes this can connect with new relationships and that kind of stuff, but this to me at the moment makes me feel like it's just acts of self-love. I feel like you feel you're missing out. I feel like perhaps your life's got a bit mundane or it's got a bit routine, and you want to start spreading your wings and stretching out. And this is making people think, hang on a minute, you know, she's not in a little normal area. She's now wanting to push out and do things, okay? And that's making them feel a bit unsettled because they're used to you doing the same old crap all the time, okay? Perhaps you want to take on a new career or gain a career again after having babies. Whatever it is, you want to stretch out, and there's people resisting it. They don't want it. But you know what? It's tough shit because it's your life. With the financial constraints, think of ways around how you can get what you want without having to put a load of money or invest money into it, okay? That's what I have to say about that. Okay, so literally I've asked about, is this all worth it? This is the Queen of Wands. She basically has, and this is what you're aspiring to, she's a woman of action. She's actually got off her bum and she's gone through the plan. She's written out business plans or written out whatever the plan is, and she's basically gone for it. She's achieved balance with her working life, her play life, and she's achieved exactly what she wants in a creative pursuit or whatever it is her dreams are. She's sitting pretty, okay? She's had... I always think it's a bit of magic, the black cat. But, you know, she's had divine inspiration, she's stayed focused, and she's achieved pretty much what she wants. Enough for other people to go, wow, you did really well there. So you might surprise a few people by taking on this new project or changing whatever it is you want to change in life. I really do feel, though, this is you going out of your comfort zone and people going, oh, you sure? Because they're scared themselves, you know? Well, you know, they're scared to go out of their comfort zone, and perhaps they are envious of you because you're deciding, no, I want more, I deserve more. Okay, you bloody go for it. Whatever it is, it could be something really simple like going to get fit or whatever it is, you know. And look, we've got the Lovers card here, which is Gemini, air sign, and then you've got Death. Ooh, dong, 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 dong. So basically, some of you may be wanting to end a relationship, okay? Some of you may have found that you've had enough and that you need to move on because it's not working. So that might be part of what this decision making is. Shall I stay or shall I go? It depends if you're having your wings clipped as to whether you stay or go in this relationship. The other thing is as well, this can pertain to any mutually based relationship, whether it's a friendship, could even be a work environment with a work colleague that you want to leave and grow and do something on your own, okay? But this is the end of an era. This is you making a decision. Yes, I've had enough and I really do want to walk away from this and start afresh. Also, to do with the Lovers, there's obviously 11 on the duality. And so not only does this represent twin flames and all the rest of it, but remember Archangel Raphael, because of the last lesson I gave you on this card, Archangel Raphael's bringing healing here. So there's a lot of healing that can be received from you making these changes and changing whatever is going on in your life and doing this new exciting opportunity. Also, there's duality here. So this is taking on the pros and cons and deciding, yes, it's worth it. There are some cons, but I can do that. I can deal with these and move forward, okay? So this is all about planning, preparation, and having the intent and the focus to go forward. What about the financial? Can you tell me about the financial constraints in this storm warning, please? You're indecisive because of what other people are worrying about. Stop it. Right, you've got the Page of Swords, okay? So, you know, you need to really think about what you're going to do. Make sure it's not a frivolous pie in the sky thing. You've got to make sure that you can pull it off, all right? So he's very self-assured. He's got his great land all fertile and ready to plant seeds. Even though there's a bit of a storm blowing, he's saying, I don't care, all right? Also with the Page of Swords, he's looking behind him. So he's aware of what's going on around him, completely aware of his situation and taking on board everything that's going on. There could be offers as well with other people bringing in sort of support and saying, yeah, well, I think you can do this. So, you know, speak with your friends, speak with trusted people and see what they've got to say. Okay, sometimes a Page of Swords can even be that someone's watching you and thinking, yeah, she's got this. I'm going to approach her and say, do you want to get on board with this business project or whatever it is? Okay, so I feel like I want to change you. I feel like you need this. I think you need a big change up. And I think the indecision is because you're going to upset other people. But you know what? Tough. We all have to make compromise. We all have to, like, you know, do without certain things if we want to change our lives or adopt a new project or a new way of life, whatever it is. Yeah, that's part of life, isn't it? So what? I say go for your dreams. I say this incarnation is far too short. Oh, oopsie. See, there you go. And I feel like all of this movement is going to bring you to a fantastic stage where you are. And this is, I thought it was in this spread. Oh, it was in the other spread. So these financial constraints, I've just asked about that. Yes, it's going to be tight, whatever movement you're going to be doing, whether it's in your relationship, start a new project, start a new job, going back to work, whatever it is, there's going to be a period of compromise. But the Queen of Pentacles is saying we've got it in the bag. She's very kind because she's now got enough money to be generous with other people. She's got a lot of people supporting her. She's sitting very pretty. There's lots of growth around her. She's got lots of abundance. She's done it through pure strength. Look, you've got the red chakra colour going on there. And she's very well versed in how to continue creating that abundance of money around her. She's stayed very much focused on what she's aimed for and she's smashing it. She's very practical, she's very balanced, and she's worked out that it doesn't take everything out of you to have to make that more money to make you independent. So if that's what you're aiming for, I say go for it. And the naysayers, perhaps diplomatically speak to them. Perhaps they're worried about the fact that you might fail, but really I think it's more to do with their own misgivings. Okay, so go for it, number twos. Right, number threes, you picked the thinking man. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but this is about going within yourself and thinking about how to improve yourself, perhaps through study, through learning more about yourself, going within. Let's have a look and see what else we've got for the thinking man. He's also a very spiritual person. So perhaps you're going through a bit of a spiritual cleanse. Perhaps you're going through a situation where you feel like you want to be more calm, more at one with yourself, and you want to be away from human interference and technology and all the people that are marring that way forward for you to get that spiritual fulfillment that we get in life as light workers and empaths. Okay, lovely. Number threes, this is definitely a spiritual type reading for you, because we've got a lot of love and we've got a lot of spiritual cards that have come up for you. Okay, so yes, perhaps you are thinking about adopting a more spiritual way of life, working on your own self-love and improving how you feel about yourself, being in meditation, walking in nature, getting yourself away so you can get your head straight. The reason being is because this is above the deceit card. So I feel like you've either been a victim of deceit, or you've had your heart broken, or there's been some scenario where someone has upset you, or, you know, upset the apple cart. I feel you're past this though. This feels in the past for me, or it's just happened, because I feel like I want to move on from this, that you've made a decision to improve your life and move on from this certain person. It doesn't have to be a partner, it can be a work colleague, it can be a friend, but someone's really pissed you off, and so it's time to move on from that and just let them go. The thing is when we stay in the energy of people that piss us off, we stay in the energy and then we attract it, and then we end up just being in this residual energy of misery and anger and frustration. Okay, so we need to work towards getting rid of that, and I think that's where you're at now. You've had a long think about the situation. You've really thought, you know what, I don't need to be in this anymore, I don't need to be in their energy anymore, I need to move away from it. The reason being is with got now the woman holding the heart. You're either looking at new relationships, or you're in a new relationship, or you're thinking about operating some form of self-love for yourself, which is, I'll have a nice bath today, I'll take myself on a trip tomorrow, I'll go and buy some nice clothes for myself, whatever it is that floats your boat. So you're really thinking about you for the first time and thinking what you deserve. Reason being is you've now got the angel of love. So you've got a double loving going on there, darlings. So you've now got the angel of love. So this is all about love around you. This is about seeking out people that give you love, support, understanding, have got a shoulder to cry on, or listen to, got an ear to listen to what you've got to say. Or it could be that you are in love and really enjoying it, okay? And that you're choosing to be in a more calm, loving environment. So we've had the deceit card already, but the temple path is perfect. The temple path is about your spiritual path, and that spirit are around you. So you may be getting synchronicities, you may be getting signs that are telling you on the right path. You might be having dreams of spirit people, or you might have angel visitation, white feathers, birds visiting you. Whatever it is that's happening this is all because you're adopting this self-love and choosing love over either an ex or a problem with someone that kept you a bit for a while. So well done you, number 3s. You're coming into your own. The more spiritual practices you do, the more contented and happier you will be in life, guaranteed. And the reason I know that is because you've now got the appreciation card. She's almost like the Empress. She's in complete abundance. Look, she's got beautiful smelling flower right there. She's got nothing but growth and beauty around her. She's completely happy in her transformation that she's created. She's basically in her own utopic Garden of Eden, and that's because she's chosen love, calmness. She's come away from the hostility. She's come away from the feelings of, I want to go and smash that person in the face. She's like, I choose love, baby. I choose love. And my God, has it done well? Whether you're a man or woman, doesn't matter. She's chosen love, man. Oh God, there's too many. So what you've done is, again, I still think this is in the past. You decided to change. You've decided to employ this more spiritual side of yourself. I want to say carry on. You've now got the magic of the magician. You've got everything in your tool bag, right? You've got everything. Your emotional, intellectual, intellect. You've got your belief system in the divine by being connected to the above, and you're also so below because he's pointing down. He's aware of the balance of both. There's growth being created here, and he's manifesting some wonderful things. Interestingly, the magician has come up next to deceit, because sometimes the magician can be a bit naughty and there could be a bit of deceit in your life. So I think, yes, you have moved on from someone that hasn't done the very best. The magician comes under Gemini and under the air sign, so there's a Gemini connected with you, then you know what that's all about. Oh, this is just flipped over within the pack. King of Wands. So you've basically worked towards, this is saying, if you haven't already, or you are going to be working towards getting absolutely everything you possibly want in life. The King of Wands has absolutely sussed it. He's got his beautiful creative mind that's taken him through a journey where he's had to compromise, he's had to work hard, he's had to focus, but it's led to him being in a very nice space, thank you very much. And also, because he's now gone through this journey, he can now impart his knowledge to others on how they can get their dreams fulfilled. Okay, he's basically got exactly where he wants to get, and now he's a leader of other people saying, wow, how did you do that? How did you get to where you wanted? That's amazing. So that's what you're aiming for. You're aiming for, the dream. You're aiming for this ending, whether it's a creative pursuit with this new relationship, or it's just you adopting self-love, whatever it is, you're going towards happiness, okay? And this card, the 9 of Wands, defend your beliefs, stand up for what you believe in, okay? Stand your ground no matter what happens in this change that you're adopting. Some people might find it a bit, getting all airy-fairy meditation. Yes, I am, and it's doing me very well, thank you very much. You want to know how I do it? It's very heavy. Again, we've got another Wands card. It's all about action as well, okay? Don't allow people to create a fence around you that stops you from being free. All right, don't listen to other people's opinions. It doesn't really matter. You are standing your ground and you are exercising, expressing exactly what you want out of life. Don't let anybody talk you out of it, basically. Okay, anything more outcome for number 3s. Outcome for number 3s. Fantastic. You've just got perfect balance. Everything's in moderation. You're completely connected with the divine. You're allowing signs and synchronicities to lead the way. Emotionally, you're better than you've ever been. Look, she's got one foot in the water. She's pouring the water, so she's showing that she's got patience and that she's allowing the divine to just flow through her and within her. Okay, so keep doing that. Keep operating this universal energy, this meditation, this happy, positive thinking, because it really is working for you. That just flipped over as well. Look, you just couldn't make it up. We're just going to keep doing the same. We're just going to keep going through the whole blinking, the whole suit. Okay, so now you've got the Queen of Wands, which is the divine feminine. Again, you know, she's worked very hard to get where she is. It's been action orientated. She's seen what she wants and she's gone for it, okay? Very practical lady, got all her eggs in one basket, and she knows that they're the precious ones that she's concentrated on and nurtured the whole way along. Okay, so you've got both the Queen and King now saying, if you're not quite there yet, you are so going to get there and get your wish fulfilled, so carry on going there. And if you're not yet, continually make the changes, adopt a spiritual sense of approach, adopt a I can do this mindfulness, adopt a I trust the universe, because the more spiritual you are, the more you trust that infinite, invisible force that helps us, the better results you're going to get. So there are your readings. I hope you really enjoyed them. Please like, click, subscribe, share, do what you want to do. I am doing very short versions of these readings on TikTok if you want to join me over there. Psychic Nicky, like it. So if you want to come over there, please do. And I'll speak to you again very soon. God bless. Bye now.